Hey everybody, it's John. Got my buddy Sean here with me today, Lake Erie Chestnuts. It is October 2nd and we're harvesting chestnuts. This tree has dropped a few and the deer have eaten everything that's dropped already. You can see the shells of the chestnut minus the good part. This tree has been freeing itself. You can see the planter tree tube is doing its job and splitting, but I'm just going to go ahead and help it split the rest of the way. We'll pick this up later. This is a Yizhang Good Flavor, YGF, planted in 15 as a 1-year bare root. What do you think? 20 plus?
Yeah.
We're going to give her the
foot.
chestnut shake, the chestnut shimmy.
We
We got one chestnut on the ground here. We'll see what drops. Need to wear a hard hat. That's a pretty successful drop. The old chestnut shake. Look at this. Beautiful. Chestnut colors. I want to look at them. Look how deep chestnut color. All right, we're gonna pick them up. All right, Sean's gonna do the shake.
1, 2, 3.
Go the other way, there's 2 more. Wow. They're whipping around.
They don't want to give up.
Nope. Well, we'll pick up what fell. These are nice looking.
Yeah, these are ready to be opened and taken out. These are the nicest chestnuts we found so far, I think.
Yeah. That's a big multiple. See, sometimes these make multiples when they're, oh, that's a 3 with a 4th.
And the gloves are tough enough to handle it.
Yeah, just don't grab hard. 38 special, hold on loosely.
That and the harvesting stick, you could really...
That's a pretty effective shake.
Yeah.
More effective than I thought. All right, it's the next morning and I'm back at the house and I let some of these chestnuts that we harvest dry a little overnight in the cool night air. And now I'm gonna shell them all and put them into a bucket. This is, you know, my harvest is not it's not going up exponentially, which is a little disappointing to me. And I've discussed this before, but I'm in a northwest Pennsylvania climate. We get tons of snow, we get late frost, and I've said that if you're gonna maximize production, we're gonna build a chestnut orchard for $1 million, you'd probably buy land in like that Kentucky, Virginia sort of area, maybe northern North Carolina. As long as you could give them water, I think you'd really get your maximum production. You would be north enough that you probably wouldn't deal with the Phytophthora root rot as much. You would still have blight pressure. You would still have pressure from weevils, but as far as climate and maximum growth and production, I think you would see increased production if you grew down there. But it's hard to move my property and it's beautiful where it's at. So let's open the chestnuts and get going. Yeah, we get about a half a bucket, half a 5-gallon bucket of chestnuts. Those will sit in the fridge and sweeten up and they'll all turn perfect chestnut brown. Well, about a third of the burrs haven't opened yet, so I'm gonna let those dry up a little bit here in the back of the truck in the sun. Just wanted to show you different burrs. Look at that thing. That thing's huge. And then we got one tree that produces kind of a triangular shaped nut, and it's kind of triangular shaped. So pretty unique looking differences in the burrs. And then we just got the big round ones like normal, but this will be a multi. This will be a multi. It's labeled as a Gideon. We're not sure if it is actually from Gideon Genetics, but that's what it came as. But once these dry and I open them up, I'll weigh the bucket, but I'd say at least 10 pounds. It's pretty heavy. At least 8 to 10 pounds of chestnuts on this pick. But that's going to be it for this pick. I'll be archery season opens tomorrow. I'll be hunting in the morning, and then late morning climb out of the stand, see if any other chestnuts have fallen, and then next week I anticipate a lot of burrs dropping then. So I've flooded these and I'm floating them because I don't want the chestnuts that are floating. Also, this tuft or the remnant of the flower style, as you move them around, it'll break off, and so you can see some floating around. It's not a problem if those are attached, but I'll clean them, and the ones that break off, I'll take those off so you see them floating. So I'll just move them around, just get them all moving, just to get them a good rinse. This is just plain water. And the more I agitate and move these, the more that tuft or remnant of the flower style will come off. So you can see up in the corner, quite a few of them are there. So I'll remove the floaters and remove the styles, and then I'll lay them out, let them dry for about a day, then, or at least half a day, and then they'll go in the fridge. I'm just going to use a strainer. It's kind of like skimming the pool. You know, caught a nut that wasn't floating, so I'll pick that out. Then just showing how small time I still am mechanically doing all this. I'm just going to take a regular pasta strainer, dump them in there, and let them drain for a few minutes, and then I'll lay them out on a towel. Some of the bigger ones. These will all be brown tomorrow. I'd hoped to open the chestnut store this weekend. I think I'm going to open it next weekend, maybe Friday of next week. So stay tuned to Lake Erie Chestnuts on Facebook, or this channel. I'll post a little quick blurb when the chestnut store is open. So we're going to sell them in 1 pound, 2 pound, and 5 pound increments. They'll be plus tax and shipping. We'll have them listed there. So thanks for following. Hopefully your guys' harvest is going well. I can't wait for my incremental harvest, although, to be honest with you, I've got a lot of work to do. I'm doing a lot of manual, and I need to move on to some form of mechanical harvest and prep, handling of the chestnuts once they're off the tree. So one step at a time. Sweet Jesus. We'll see you next time.